What is up, gents? This is NYK31. This is part 2 of my quarters coverage mini video series, Football 101 stuff. Part 1, I did a overview of what quarters coverage is designed to do in the real versus how it translates into the game. I showed you some stuff in practice mode as far as how against the run does its job for the most part. Against the pass, not quite as much. And these are games from MUT, both regular MUT and MUT salary cap. Don't really play much anymore. I'm ready for the new game to get here, but here is actually a pass play. And what I do, or what I did this year, since I didn't really like the way quarter flats play at all, I basically didn't use them. I'd either change them to hard flats or cloud flats, and they did the job pretty well. Not perfect, but at least it was something. And here against the run, I'm filling with Jalen Smith. You see the safety on that side come down. Grasser 21 brought up a good point where he says that sometimes it takes the safeties a second or two to really trigger and come downhill. That is true. That does happen. When they read run, they should be flying. And of course, on the flip side, that would open up the play action pass game for you. There I was playing a cover 4 Sam out of a 3-4 set, and I got a sack. Like I said, I didn't really play too much quarters coverage in pass situations this year. When you combined the passive deep zones along with the quarter flats, basing out of it for your pass defense wasn't really a good proposition. Like there you saw against the run, the safety behind me triggered pretty nicely, and I was able to, of course, with the user play my linebacker downhill, making the hit stick tackle for the fumble. But sometimes you're going to have quarters coverage called, and it's going to be a pass play, like against this jumbo heavy opponent here. I got fortunate there. The deep zone defender on that side had his damn back turned to the play, but he was able to unbork himself and recover to make the INT. Same situation here. He's running a play action pass. The curl flat zone linebacker, he gets sucked down. I get the INT because, again, the corner goes from starting to play with his back toward the play to turning around. That was probably his last read on that play, which gave him the time to do that. But again, it's another demonstration of how these corners in these deep zones are just not good. They were not good this year at all. Again, now here the corner, not the corner, but the safety on the play side, he's going to be a little bit slow to trigger. And when that happens, this happens. The back is able to get the edge, and it's one-on-one with a corner. He trucks through little Tyrann Mathieu, and he gets a big gain. Same thing on this play. This guy actually had a bit of a brain. He has Vincent Jackson and a tight end on that side to the Twins receiver side, which gives him some pretty good muscle. Safety was not as bad triggering. What helped me out there was the fact that I had my line crashed out. And then here on this play, Paul Krause on the strong safety side does a better job crashing down. 3rd and 25. Here I'm in pass defense. I changed the quarter flat to curl flat. Watch the curl flat on the left. I'm playing over the top coverage, and watch him come down. He had a window there to the left, but he came off of it and forced it down the middle. So that play and the couple of plays you saw against Jumbo Heavy versus the pass shows the perils of playing quarters coverage in pass situations. Another one of my viewers, Min, he also pointed out correctly that a large part of what makes quarters coverage work is that you have to have linebackers that can cover a ton of ground underneath them, those hooks. The Niners, back when they had Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman, they played tons of quarters coverage. The Panthers, they play the most 2 linebacker, 4 down lineman, nickel package quarters in the entire league with Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis. So, yeah, there you go. So, now with part 1 and part 2, you have been educated on quarters coverage. It is not a passive, long yardage, prevent style defense. It is a dynamic coverage that you can base out of, and depending on the checks and calls you do out of it, you can cause an offense some, pretty good headaches. It's very good against spread heavy teams. It gives you the ability to play sound run defense with your safeties out of a too high look, and also against more traditional pro style sets, you can bring both safeties into the box and make things really difficult. And provided you have the coverage guys as well, you can play a pretty dynamic style defense out of it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to y'all later. Peace.